instant she sat at the table, she served dishes towards the table. She stepped heavily. If that had been the only thing wrong with Melissa, I would have let it go. Every time I saw her, though, she demanded money from my brother. Zach, I need new shoes. Zach, I want to go to the hairdresser. Zach, give me $100. She would say over and over. She never asked, mind you. She expected him to give it to her, no questions asked. Melissa was a horrible gold digger. Much to my horror, it didn't take long for her to become pregnant. Between you and me, I'm sure she did it on purpose, to wrap Zach around her little finger. So what did my brother do? The honorable thing, of course, because that was the kind of guy he was. So they ended up getting married, and the very next day, Melissa quit working. She refused to move a finger or help with chores, claiming that as the lady of the house, she was entitled to being served. I was stunned. She would cook something and then tell me to clean up the mess she made, and if I didn't do it, then she'd tell my brother I was mean to her. Melissa treated me like a servant, and I hated her so much. But my brother was working harder than ever, and he got home so tired. I didn't want them arguing because of me, and I was really looking forward to meeting my niece or nephew. So I just took it all. I took care of the cleaning up around the house. I made her bed every morning and even did her laundry. She would never, ever thank me either. That was the least she could do. Melissa was so mean toward me. After everything I did, without even complaining, she was annoyed to have me in what she considered was her house. So she told my brother, "Why don't you just send her to a boarding school?" Zach was super shocked and immediately refused to do anything of the sort, much to my relief. Melissa got mad after that, but she didn't get her way. What she did do was demand more money. And she lied to my brother all the time. For instance, she told him she needed cash to buy baby clothes, but then would arrive home with a brand new dress or purse. She would throw fits whenever I got anything new and tried to get me second-hand stuff instead. All of this while she kept on bossing me around like I wasn't her baby's aunt or her husband's little sister. When my niece arrived in this world, though, everything else stopped mattering. I was so happy that I almost felt like I could get along with Melissa if she relaxed a bit. She didn't. She even refused to take care of that sweet little bundle of joy, always claiming she was too tired or too busy. Little Wendy was so neglected by her mom, and I looked after her, adoring her from the instant I saw her sweet face in the hospital. I became like a mother to her. About 3 months after her birth, my brother was involved in a car accident. I panicked so badly, especially considering what had happened to our parents. Melissa wasn't really moved at all and seemed annoyed at the idea of having him around the house while he recovered. So instead of taking care of her husband and her baby, she was constantly leaving, claiming she had stuff to do. What stuff, I wondered, since she didn't have a job? One day, as I was out doing some grocery shopping, I saw her at a park, making out with some random guy. I was stunned and immediately walked toward her,
Or
confronting
just
her
take a
cheating
picture
wife. "How
and
dare
tell
you?"
your brother.
I snapped, and she looked at me, rolling her eyes sharply. "Look, don't get involved in my marriage, Matilda. You're too young to understand." She spoke like I was making a big scene. "You're cheating on my brother." "So?" she asked completely nonchalantly. I left right then and there, because if I had stayed, I would have slapped her across the face. When I got home, my brother was sitting on the sofa, playing with Wendy. She was giggling as he made silly faces. It was so cute. I couldn't tell him what I had seen. Zach seemed so happy right that instant. So instead, I bit my tongue and kept quiet, at least for the time being. Now, I don't know what I should do next. Should I tell my brother what I saw, or just pretend nothing happened? It's not like his wife takes care of Wendy at all, or even helps him out during his rehabilitation.
Betraying little bars that seemed to mock me. This could not be happening. I rack my brain trying to think of any way I could have possibly gotten pregnant. The pool. This... Hey there, I'm Claire, and I don't know how this happened. This does not make any sense at all. I am a virgin. A virgin. But I'm pregnant. I stare at the pregnancy test and those two betraying little bars that seemed to mock me. This could not be happening. I rack my brain trying to think of any way I could have possibly gotten pregnant. The pool. This is the only explanation I can come up with for how I could have gotten pregnant when I never had a relationship with any guy. Had some disgusting pervert ejaculated in the pool, and then I went swimming, and the water does not have boundaries. I gasp as I feel a panic attack overtake me. I try to take long, steady breaths. I need to calm down. I need to tell someone. I scroll through my phone looking at my contacts. Who can I tell that will not freak out into a flying fit of rage? Mom and Dad are out of the picture. Sisters are a no-go. Likewise, the brothers are a hard no. I look at my unrelated friends. My eyes land off on one name, and I know this is it. The only person who will understand and support me no matter how or why I got pregnant. I sent her a quick text saying I have some important news, and I will tell her on call. I wait a full minute before dialing her number. She picks up on the second ring. I do not even give her time to greet me before I burst out with the news. I'm pregnant, I shout down her line. There is silence for a few moments before she is screaming too and asking if I am serious. I scream back that I am, and then we both were screaming with no point save for excitement. Once we stopped screaming, she starts interrogating me. I told her that I am still a virgin and my hypothesis on how I got pregnant in the first place. She agreed that it seems the most likely of any other situation. Then she proceeded to tell me that we need to go shopping for baby clothes and she wants to hear the entire story again, this time in person. I had no reason to disagree, so I did not. 3 days later, we are shopping for some maternity items that can help during this first stages of pregnancy. I tell her the entire story again, and she is in awe, the same as me. She asks if I have told anyone else, and seems slightly relieved when I say no. This seemed kind of odd to me, but I brush it off. We decide to go out for coffee after our little trip. There's a local cafe that sells rich, steamy coffee at a reasonable price. Their site is in a slightly rundown area, but it's worth it to go. When my friend suggested this place, I was greatly excited. Not many of my other friends wanted to go there because they were afraid of the area. I was so ready to get some of their coffee. Even as we parked the car, my friend fiddled with her keys. I thought nothing suspicious. It was not until she locked the doors while we were still in the vehicle that I wondered. As I turned to her to ask what she was doing, she pulled out a cutter and stabbed me in the stomach. She mumbled deliriously about how can I have a baby if it was not my baby, and that was not fair. I fainted there, and when I opened my eyes, I found myself lying on my bed. I recalled what happened, and I didn't dare call my friend again. How did you like this story? Let us know in the comments. Enjoyed this video? Then hit the like button and share the video. Subscribe.
I'm Julia, and when I was 13, my dad got remarried to a woman 10 years his junior. This woman who became my stepmom was a devil to me whenever he wasn't around. My mother had passed away when I was about 5 years old.
Not all
and the older
stepmoms,
I get, the more my memories fade of her. My father raised me until I was 13, in which him and I always bonded
not all
together.
stepmoms are
We
mean.
would go out fishing
You
and
dumb
enjoy days
bitch.
out on the lake together, or we would get ice cream once
This
a week
story
at our
might
local
be
parlor.
fake too.
But when my stepmom came into the picture, that was all ripped to shreds. My father had a new focus, and at first I was happy he had finally found love after being widowed and alone for so long. But soon, I would come to find out it would be my living nightmare. My stepmother's name is Martha. I initially thought Martha would be a very kind woman to me, as I was just turning 13 and thought maybe she would become a motherly figure to me. Maybe teach me how to curl my hair or put on eyeshadow and blush. I couldn't have been more wrong.
I know, son.
When I first met her at a dinner with my dad, she seemed very sweet. But as the weeks went by, I noticed her starting to make sly comments to me and pierce me with judging glares whenever father wasn't looking. Soon, Martha moved into our home. That's when everything went downhill. My father ended up leaving on a business trip and thought Martha and I would have girl bonding time. She used my dad's trip to fully make me aware of her ulterior motives and intentions. She wanted my father's money and didn't want me getting in her way. In order to oppress me, She made me clean the house for hours while my dad was gone on business for 2 weeks. During that period of time, it was hell. I would scrub the wooden floors with a tiny brush and floor cleaner. Then Martha would drag mud along the freshly cleaned floors. Oops, she smirked at me with a malicious stare in her eyes. Did I do that? Guess you'll have to redo the floors. And she proceeded to track her footprints all along the floors. At night, when I got some form of reprieve away from her in order to rest and prepare for all the household chores I was to do the next day, I would cry myself to sleep, curling into a ball, pleading to the universe to make this woman go away. Every night, I hoped she would disappear when I awoke in the morning. But every morning, I woke up to the sound of her banging pots and pans to get me up to do chores or pouring a bucket of water on my head. When my father returned, her lists of chores for me became even more extensive because my father would only be back for a day or two before leaving longer and longer on business. She never allowed me to leave the house. I was completely and utterly controlled and hopeless. Right now, I'm still here, living with this monster of a stepmom. I hope one day to be free of her cruel torture. What's your story? True Tales wants to hear it. If you also have any such moment, you can share it in the comment section below. Hit the like button if you liked my story. Subscribe to this channel to watch more such videos, and press the bell icon for more updates.
Hey there, my name is Samantha. My boyfriend Andy and I had only been dating for a few months when he took me by surprise one evening. Marry me?
10 spot
What's
the
this?
Maru monster. This story is one that comes to us from 1977, and rather than an alive animal sighting, this one is actually this carcass that was found that we still aren't quite sure what it belongs to. The Zoyomaru carcass was one that was found by Japanese fishermen near New Zealand. Because it was so unique, it was taken to be analyzed, and while many have speculated that it was a basking shark, that has never been confirmed or proven. Considering the fact that it was definitely shark-like, but just not quite clear as to what exactly it was, is definitely interesting. In our number 9 spot today, we have the sea creature. Back in both 1817 as well as 1819, there was a sea creature that visited the coast of Massachusetts, and it was seen by hundreds of people, but no one has been able to identify what it could have been for sure. The creature was said to be around 3 feet in diameter and around 50 feet long, and it is said that it moved similarly to how a whale or a dolphin might. The first sighting of this creature was when some fishermen spotted it, but the real panic began as the creature started to show itself closer to shore. To this day, some people swear that this was some sort of real sea monster, and others believe it was just a case of mass hysteria. What do you think? In our number 8 spot today, we have the prehistoric monster. Back in 1959, a fisherman named Tex Geddes and his friend James Gavin were boating somewhere just off of the coast of Scotland. It is said that during their time out to sea, they encountered a sea monster that neither of them had seen before. They described its head as being sort of turtle-shaped, and that it was a, quote, hellish monster of prehistoric times, and said that it was breathing heavily through a, quote, large red gash of a mouth. Okay, not exactly a kind description, but definitely a bit of a terrifying one. I think it's important to bring up that we don't actually know what megalodons look like. We have a sort of idea, but at the end of the day, we only have fossils, jaws, and spines, and that doesn't leave us that much to work with. While it isn't quite clear what these two men saw for sure, and it's likely that we'll never know, whatever it was definitely wasn't just your average sea creature. In our number 7 spot today, we have Dr. Gru. When we think of the tales of sea monsters
3, 2, 1,
and
action.
myths, we often think of the many serpent-like creatures that just may be lurking underneath the water. This is definitely a common theme, and in the 17th century, there was a botanist who came up with a sort of explanation for these sea serpent sightings. It's important to note that this botanist was a very legitimate scientist who really worked to change basically everything we knew about plant anatomy, so when he came forth with this evidence and explanation, it rightfully caught people's attention. Basically, he had this specimen, which was a sample of skin that he said was from some sort of seal, but that it had a neck just as long as the rest of its body.
body. Of course, this would explain a whole bunch of sea monster sightings, but in the end, the skin sample ended up completely disappearing, making any confirmation of the story or the animal's existence completely impossible. I know a megalodon isn't necessarily supposed to look like a seal with a long neck, but who's to say for sure that it doesn't? In our number 6 spot today, we have the Shipwreck. Back in 1909, the French steamer La Seine was out to sea when it collided with the British India steamer, the Onda. A shipwreck is never good, but this one was particularly bad as, in heavy fog, the French ship sank in just 2 minutes. This, of course, left people stranded in the water, and I mean, you can probably see where this is going. In the aftermath of this wreck, while waiting for the rescue, there were 101 people who lost their lives from shark attacks. That's a lot of people. That is either a lot of sharks or a very few large ones. I mean, none of us were there, so it's hard to say for sure, but whatever really happened here, it's an absolutely horrifying tragedy. In our number 5 spot today, we have the kayak encounter. Ida Parker and Kristen Moore were kayaking off surrounding. In our number 1 spot today, we have the Uss Indianapolis. This is a story that has been considered the worst shark attack in history, which is definitely a horrific thing to think about. In 1945, the Uss Indianapolis was an unescorted U.S. warship that was sailing in the Pacific when it was struck by a Japanese torpedo. This had no problem tearing the ship in two, which meant that 900 sailors were now floating in the ocean waiting for rescue. Over the next 5 days, nearly 600 men lost their lives due to shark attacks. I said this about the other one that was similar to this, and I'll say it again. That's either a group of sharks or a very few large, very hungry ones. From the survivors' accounts of what happened over the course of those days, it seemed like an absolutely nightmare situation. This is exactly why this has gone on to be called one of the best shark attacks in history. Starting off in our number 10 spot, we have the TikTok shark. In May of last year, someone on TikTok called Alex Albrecht, who is a marine biodiversity student as well as a musician, shared a video on the app that had people seriously shocked. The TikTok shows a massive shark lurking around the ship that Alex was on, which is said to have just been off of the coast of Massachusetts at the time. The ship was full of research students when this massive shark made its appearance, many of which either screamed or had some sort of expletive to say in response. Another TikTok user asked in the comments if the shark in the video is a megalodon, considering how absolutely huge this thing was. Was this an actual megalodon? Likely not, but hey, I'm not the marine life student here, so who am I to say? In our number 9 spot today, we have the Cray Fisherman. David Stead is an Australian naturalist, and in his book titled Sharks and Rays of the Australian Seas, he details an encounter with a shark that some have taken to believe is the legendary megalodon herself. Apparently, this incident happened in 1981 to a group of Cray fishermen that David spoke with. These fishermen were absolutely terrified of a shark they saw in their fishing grounds, which were just off of Broughton Island. They were so scared, in fact, that they refused to return to the fishing spot for days. All the men agreed that the shark was monstrous and that it was most definitely a shark, not a whale. The men explained that they had never seen a shark of that size before, and considering how they were all seasoned fishermen who had all had their fair share of encounters with sharks, whales, and all of the terrifying things that the ocean has to offer, how frightened they were really did leave quite the impression. In our number 8 spot today, we have 2 specimens. This story comes from all the way back in 1869 when an Irish scientist headed out on an expedition to Seychelles. It is said that he went there to study fish, but man, he was not prepared for the specimens he would go on to study. It is said that he found one that was over 15 meters, which is already a whopping almost 50 feet, but the other one really took the cake. The second specimen it is said that he found was alleged to have been 23 meters long, which is a massive 75 feet. Since this was so long ago, there wasn't any official documentation of it, but if there had been, the second one would hold the record for being the largest ever recorded. That is absolutely wild. Seeing it is one thing, but imagine being able to actually study it. In our number 7 spot today, we have the sailors. This gigantic shark sighting is said to have taken place in the 1960s, just off of the edge of Australia's Great Barrier Reef. According to author B.C. Cartmel in his book Let's Go Fossil Shark Tooth Hunting, the sailors others involved in this sighting initially refused to talk about it because of the fear of being teased for being afraid of what they had seen. After some time, however, they began to speak about the incident. They explained that while on board their 85-foot ship, they needed to weigh anchor in order to conduct some engine repairs. While this was ongoing, the crew became absolutely shocked when they saw the biggest shark they had ever seen slowly swimming past their completely stuck ship. Just like the last one, all the men agreed that they were not mistaking a whale and that it was indeed a shark. They also said that this shark was so large it was rivaling the boat in size. That is absolutely massive. Whether it really was a megalodon or not, whatever shark they saw that day certainly wasn't the average size. In our number 6 spot today, we have the battle scar. This story is a little different than the others on today's list, and it started with the sighting of a great white shark. This 15-foot-long shark was spotted swimming just off of Isla Guadalupe in Mexico, but what was so striking about this great white in particular was the absolutely savage wound it had on its side. This huge bite mark had people speculating as to what in the world could have caused it. I mean, there aren't very many predators to great whites, so it's a pretty rare occasion to see such a huge bite mark right on the side of one, and people were doubting whether or not another shark would have done this to one of its own species. There definitely are reasons for why this could have been an attack from another shark, but of course people took this as a possible sign that maybe there's something
Maybe a
bigger
tiger
lurking in the
shark?
waters. If the megalodon
Maybe a
somehow
wahoo
isn't
shark.
actually extinct and just
Like a
manages
tiger
to
shark
evade
or a
any sort of confirmation
hammerhead.
of its existence, it certainly
Or
would need a ton of
those
food to survive,
shark.
which makes big
Of
fish
course,
like great
not a
whites a
hammerhead.
perfect snack. The
Because
megalodon is,
hammerhead,
however, one of
you
the
know,
most powerful predators to have ever
they
lived on our
can't
planet,
bite you,
so if this
fucking,
bite
you know.
really was from a megalodon, it's surprising that this great white made it out alive. In our number 5 spot today, we have a world record. Basking sharks are known for being one of the largest fish in the ocean and ring net. This shark was measured to be at least 40 feet long, which is astoundingly large, and it certainly confused those who had caught it at first. I can imagine that they likely also thought that they had some kind of living fossil caught up in their net, but nope, instead they just set a new world record. In our number 4 spot today, we have the demon. There are many stories and alleged sightings of what is now referred to as the, quote, Black Demon of Cortez, which is said to be a massive black shark seen off of Mexico's Baja coast. One story in particular regarding this elusive shark comes from a fisherman named Eric Mack. He had reported that one day while sailing, he felt his boat begin to rock, which immediately gave him the feeling that something was awry. Eric was even further startled when he explained that he saw a massive towering tail sticking at least 5 feet out of the water. The stories of this shark are so infamous that it was even the focus of an episode of a History Channel show called Monster Quest. Maybe if there's a part 2 of this video, we'll talk about some more of the sightings surrounding the demon. In our number 3 spot today, we have Deep Blue. This shark is in fact not a megalodon, but it definitely is a more modern contender. Deep Blue is the name of a great white shark who is most definitely one of the greatest ever recorded, at least in our lifetime. This colossal monster is the largest great white shark ever caught on camera by scientists. She is measured to be 20 feet long, 8 feet high, and about 2.5 tons. And while this isn't all that huge compared to her massive prehistoric cousin, it certainly is no small feat. Rumors of her existence have been spread since as far back as the 1990s, but it wasn't until 2014 that she was officially caught on camera and documented. Researchers at the time were in the midst of studying tiger sharks, but she made her grand appearance after scavenging some food from a sperm. She made her grand appearance after scavenging some food from a sperm whale carcass nearby. In our number 2 spot today, we have Bigger Than the Boat. Zane Grey is a man who is a novelist, and he is definitely best known for his adventure novels, but it is also said that he was a deep-sea angler, and it was during one of his fishing adventures that his megalodon sighting came. In the novel, which is titled Megalodon, Fact or Fiction, writer Rick Emmer speaks of this incident, saying that Zane claimed to have seen, quote, one of the man-eating monsters of the South Pacific. It is said that whatever kind of shark he saw, it was a shark that was much longer than his boat, which was somewhere from 30 to 40 feet. He also said that this shark was yellow and green and that it had a few white spots. Most notably, however, he said that the shark had a massive square head and that it had, quote, immense pectoral fins. This is all to say that whether he saw a megalodon or not, whatever he saw was not just a harmless great white shark. What do you guys think? Perhaps a megalodon sighting, or just one of the tall, exciting tales told by Mr. Gray? In our number 1 spot today, we have the Mariana Trench sighting. A few years ago, a video began circulating the internet, and it shows a gigantic shark scouring the seafloor. People online quickly put a story to the video saying that allegedly this is a megalodon that was caught on camera at the bottom of the Mariana Trench. The creature is seen swimming over top of what is apparently an abandoned shark cage, and the video seems to be enough to have convinced many, many people. The video certainly is compelling, and whatever we see is most definitely terrifying to look at, but with my very limited knowledge of anything that lives in the sea, it's tough to say anything further. While some people swear that this is solid proof, others have brought up sharks that may have a similar appearance to the one seen in the video.
Starting us off at number 10 is the barrel-eye fish. Now this fish isn't that creepy looking, I will admit, but it is a little gross and futuristic looking. Why? Because you can see directly inside its head. Since the Mariana Trench is so deep and dark, how the heck is a fish gonna see where it's going or what's around them? Answer, they're gonna make their own light. The barrel-eye fish has a transparent head with 2 barrel-like eyes inside of its head that face upwards. This lets the fish see the silhouettes of its prey. How convenient. Scientists believe that its transparent head allows for the barrel-eye fish to collect just a bit more light, which gives this fish just a bit more of an advantage over its deep water competition. The barrel-eye fish wasn't even known to humans until 1939, when one was pulled from its underwater home at 2,500 feet below the surface. Although they can't survive past a certain point, as they are too used to the deep underwater pressure. Luckily, scientists now have high-tech underwater rovers that they can use to go learn more about the reproduction and life cycles of these strange fish. At number 9, we have the deep-sea dragonfish. Any fish with the name dragon in it is sure to be a sight for sore eyes, literally. This fish has humongous teeth, a pretty ugly face, hashtag sorry not sorry, and is known to be a deep underwater assassin. These fish are 6 inches or 15 centimeters long and live at the depths of 6,000 to 7,000 feet. Like many of these deep water creatures, the dragonfish also has the highly sought after bioluminescent feature. Beneath its chin dangles a lighted barbell that is used to communicate with other fish, as well as is used for camouflage when need be. Other fish mistaken the light bulb for another smaller fish or even prey of its own, only to be surprised that itself is the prey and that it's way too late. Chop! Some dragonfish even have gained the ability to glow red. Some believe that the red glow is used to signal its deep water brethren, while others believe it to be a signal of the dragonfish about to pounce. Either way, a glowing red fish sounds terrifying to me no matter how big or small, so I'ma stay in the shallow end. At number 8, we have the deep sea hatchetfish. Why is it called a hatchetfish? Well, imagine if that hatchet in your garage had fins, eyes, gills, and could swim freely around the ocean. Then it would pretty much look like this guy, or one of these guys, because believe it or not, there are over 40
Where every YouTuber copied me and was playing 3 random horror games in one video. Alright, we're starting off today by drowning. Sounds like fun. This is Mind at Sea. We are going to find out what it's like to drown. Virtually, though. Don't worry, nobody's being harmed. But I imagine it's something close to being waterboarded. Not in real life, though, virtually. Anyway, let's go ahead and, drown.
So, Mum,
Virtually.
do you smoke weed and smoke? So, son.
Ooh,
Cool.
No.
He's a joint and smoke.
I mean, we're
Don't
supposed
fuck.
to be drowning virtually.
Done.
But... Oh, I actually have
Until
to
a
do
joint,
it.
then a smoke, don't fuck. Don't be a daddy, son. You get him over the hole.
Oh!
I know, daddy.
I
I
survived!
Yes, you got them while you're
So that's
over the
definitely
hole.
weird. Do I have a flashlight? It
Yes,
is
daddy,
so
I
dark.
am.
I'll turn up the brightness for you guys just slightly, but it's actually not going to make much of a difference. I still can't see anything. Okay, so first off, the ambience in this is amazing, and it felt so surreal and dark, and I felt vulnerable and like claustrophobic. Oh, I do have a torch.
Who's my daddy?
Oh,
I am,
what did
son.
it do? Oh, I can focus the light.
You are my
Okay,
daddy
something's
hole.
creaking like wood. That's not appropriate here. Okay, the ambience is so good, I am on edge already. Oh, yeah, something moving. Okay. There's a light down here. That is comforting. I'm ready to do it.
3, 2, 1,
What,
action.
can I crouch? I can crouch, okay. This is kind of cool. I just recently went to Luray Caverns. This feels very familiar. I'm not going to be able to get back up after that. Oh, whoa. Right, I can't go that way. Almost looks like a scrunched up face. Do you see that? Eyeball, eyeball, mouth. Oh! Oh, we're actually in the water! What the hell? Is that me breathing? Oh, Jesus Christ, dude, that's so loud. Keep low, torch off, avoid its grasp. Wait, I thought I was trying to drown. Am I trying to drown with good memories or something? Stay low. I'm staying low, don't worry. Hello? A couple eyeballs. What exactly? Oh, I did it wrong! I did it wrong! I did it wrong! I'm dead, I'm dead. Oh, God, it's so loud, dude! I hate. Stop, turn it down! Turn it down, it's too loud. He stopped. He stopped. You know, your breathing is really gonna give you
Can
away.
you
Stay
fucking
low.
hard,
I
son?
can't tell what it is. Is that a person?
Thank you, Daddy,
Don't
son.
come down here.
You'll come out with mommy whore.
Oh, crap!
I know
I shouldn't
I
have
am.
ran. I shouldn't have ran. I don't understand what this is. Yes, leave me alone, please. Oh my God, are we out? Wait. Oh my
Love you,
God,
son.
dude, I gotta turn this down.
Love you too,
Jesus
my mommy
Christ.
whore.
I
I
turned
know
it
I
up
am.
because it's been so
Daddy,
quiet. That's
son.
always a mistake. You
Yes.
should never do that in a horror
No,
game.
sorry.
Requires a hope's blessing. What does that even mean? Why do I have to solve puzzles as I'm dying? That's probably even more excruciating than drowning itself. I can't go in here, right? Okay, yeah. Of course, figuratively speaking, this is probably me just solving,
I
wrestling
know
all of
what,
my
son.
bad moments in life and bad
Yes.
decisions and choices and loved ones. And
You're
all that
sorry,
stuff.
answer,
Just
mommy.
excuse me.
Yes, son, I
Guidance of
am.
Bloom. Okay, we'll do that.
I
Hey,
am
buddy.
your
We got a place to
daddy,
go.
son.
Come on. Oh, okay, the door's unlocked. Cool.
You got
Oh,
that right,
God.
you my sorry, mommy, aren't ya? Yes, son, I am.
Oh. Okay, so I'm in a
Love you,
suit
son.
or something. There's no indicator
Love you
that I
too,
am.
my little
So when I
sorry,
hear
mom.
that sound, it sounds like something else is breathing. Oh boy, that is a hole. Oh, okay, we're doing the whole Silent
Sorry,
Hill
mom,
thing here,
aren't
right?
ya?
Oh, that's a
Yes,
long
I
way
am,
down.
son. Love you.
Let's go.
Love you too, mommy.
Oh.
You mo girl, girl.
Wait, yo, am I back at the beginning? Really? I obviously, I just need to drown and get this over with. This has got to be awful, actually. Now that it's been put into perspective, I understand what you're trying to say here. Oh my God, it's a person. You can see it. Oh wait, that's convenient. Can I grab you? Yep, it's a diving suit. Do they usually have two eyes like that? That almost looks like a gas mask or something. All right, Light, you're coming with me. Oh no, I lost it. Oh hello. Wow. Oh, is he shaking as well? Oh, wow. It looks like he's breathing in like a very panicked way. He's drowning as well. Do you see that? I mean, it's probably meant to be scary, but that's probably what's happening to him, right? Okay, buddy. I'm looking at you really hard. What am I supposed to do? Oh my God, that's awful. Oh, he is. He's wearing like a hazmat. That is not an underwater suit, my friend. It lurks here. I can feel it. What does that mean?
Love you, daddy, son. Love you too, my little fucking
Talking about
sweaty
him,
hole,
okay.
mommy.
Okay.
I know I
Now I
am.
cannot shine my light on him, right? Crap. Yeah, he sounds like he's drowning.
You my
Okay,
sweaty
that's
hole.
a bit brutal.
Yes,
I'm gonna go
daddy,
now.
son, I am your daddy. Yep.
Light off. I can do this without the lights, don't worry. Oh, God. Oh, he's drowning
Who's
hard,
my
dude.
daddy, mom?
That's an awful
I am,
sound.
son.
I'm sorry, dude. I would help you. Oh, hello. I don't understand how this works.
Let's have one more
If I'm playing
joint,
a
then
VHS,
smoke,
I'm
then we'll
supposed to be
fuck.
watching this
Fair
footage
enough.
back, I assume, right? So someone
Cool.
recorded this.
Here, here's your last
as a
joint,
kind of
mom.
weird experience
Thank you,
waiting for
son.
players,
You're
looking for
welcome.
players, dude. Okay, so I have a gun. I can shoot. I love the aesthetics of this, and I love the idea that I am creating the VHS tape right now. So if I, can I teabag? I can't teabag. Okay, that would have been a classic. Oh yeah, so I can grab their flag, Even while we're waiting for players. Right, so it's like a... Uh-oh. It has gotten dark. Hello? No. You stop that. Oh, that doesn't sound good at all. Okay, how do I get back to my base? Hello? Oh, goodbye. And I'm just gonna do my duty and capture the flag. By myself, dude. I wish I could have picked my team, right? I have to be the blue guy. Uh-oh, it's red. It's red. I can't run anymore. Why? Hello. I can run now. Okay, give me the flag. That's all I care about. I just joined the game. Hey, I have an opponent. What does this mean? No, I'm gonna capture the flag. Screw you, dude. So I can't... Is that the player? Is that who that's supposed to be? We're playing each other now? I bet they have my flag. They have my flag, don't they? Christ, dude! Oh, the goosebumps just shot down every freaking part of my body. Uh-oh. Yep. Nope. Stop. I want to turn around, please. Hey, come on! Dude, no! This is me. How come I can't go out? I actually can't leave. I don't have any bullets left. I wasted them, dude. Give me that flag. I can't leave. Why would the doors open? That's because someone joined the game, right? And that's where they'll respawn if they die? Dude, this makes me want to play Halo again, dude. I cannot wait for Reach! I'm trying to leave. I have the flag. Please let me have it. Please let me capture it. Oh my god. Hello. Oh! John Dev, do not move another step. Whatever you do not deliver that flag. How did you even get access to this game? What? I can read you. I can't hear you. Press Y to chat and say something. I don't think you have chat permission on the server. That was good. I was actually pressing Y over and over again. If you can read this. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. I didn't reload. Did I miss my opportunity here? Okay, I'm just going to capture the flag then. Oh, do not deliver that flag. Okay. So where was I? Just shoot twice so you can read this. Okay, so you can read this. Yes, I did that earlier. If you deliver that last flag, the servers will shut down. Okay. I absolutely cannot let that happen. I've been working on this project for more than 11 years. I can't let you jeopardize all of my work. This may look like a simple FPS game to you, but the game has the power to raise the dead. Okay, now you're a little... I need to end this for your own sake, dude. Do not deliver that flag. Stop what you are doing. Go back to the center of the map. Please don't. Get closer. Go back. Stop it. Do not deliver that flag. Okay, alright. I'm gonna hear you out. I'm gonna hear you out. I'm making this so I can see my wife again? How in the world does that work exactly? Oh, your wife is beautiful. Yeah, she's a real treat. She might come over a bit aggressive, but she's just scared and confused. Can you blame her? You destroyed the record player, their favorite music. Music to keep her calm. Deliver that last flag, her soul will be set free. Well, that sounds what you should be. You know, I can save her and bring her back. Yeah. Press escape and shut down the game. Will it quit as soon as I hit escape? Oh no, that's not what I wanted. God, please just leave us alone.
What's up, bear? Where are you, bear? Let's go, bear. You're my property, so I can shoot your ass. So I can kill you. You're on my property, bear. Huh? You're not tough at all, aren't ya? I hear another bear cunt. America, am I right? Huh. I Here another. Okay. The bear's over next to neighbours, and the wolf's over there. As long as the bears don't come over here, I won't have no problem with the bears. It can do what the fuck it likes to do over there in my fucking neighbor. Not my neighbours, fuck. This is not my house. This is my mum's house. Yeah, oh god. I mean, you know what I mean, guys. Okay, let's sit down now. Press play.
Oh, I'm sorry, what? Is he gonna shoot me? He's gonna shoot me. I'm gonna stand right behind this tree, dude. I'm gonna get shot as soon as I get close. Aha! Server connection was lost. Dude, that is so cool. That's it. Holy crap, dude. Oh. Oh my god.
Tell us about Palmerbit. Right, settle down. Before I talk about my favourite thing, me, I want to talk about something that isn't me or mine, and that's Palmerbit. Now,
3, 2,
punters the best odds in more markets to bet on the Australian federal election. And that's not something I'm interested in.
1.
The only people who should win things from an election are...
No.
0.
I feel like I'm gonna start crying. Please no. Please no. Oh my god, don't do this to me. What's up, everybody? I'm IGP, and welcome to Narcosis. This is an underwater horror survival adventure in which you are a deep-sea diver. I'm not entirely sure of the story, but you're on the ocean floor.
3, 2, 1.
Industrial disaster
Action.
rendered there, stuck with limited lights, limited oxygen, and no idea where to go. And apparently you're walking around in a half-ton mech suit that, for some reason, was a good idea to put on the ocean floor. They call it a walking coffin, so it's probably going to be a bad time. Now, this is developed by Honor Code, which is a team that has members who have worked on titles such as Assassin's Creed and Silent Hill, so we can assume that they know what they're doing in terms of making a game. And if you guys want to check it out for yourself, link is in the description below. Also, if you want to see this turned into a series, as it is story-driven, please let me know in the comment section below. Now, with all horror games, I like to go in blind, so we're just going to jump right into it. I don't know that much about the story or anything.
Ocean Nova was once in a lifetime.
Alright, narration.
Breaking new ground, making something meaningful. Mining methane hydrate frozen beneath the seabed. There's alternatives, but not so powerful. It's clean and safe. Couldn't say no.
We took the smoke now, don't fuck baby
Oh,
whore,
training
mummy.
first, yes.
Fair enough, son. I know what my baby whore, mother.
Excellent.
Yes, son, fair enough. I know.
Over there. Okay, just gotta look at it.
My baby whore, study mummy. I know what, son, love you. Love you too, my baby whore. Mother.
Oh, okay. That's a neat little thing. I'm assuming if this is a horror game, something's gonna scare me, and then I'm going to breathe heavy and use too much oxygen. Ocean Nova. Oh, flares depleted. Whoops. Okay, so WSD to walk. Cool. I will say, tell me if I'm wrong. Was that Gary Sinise narrating? It sounded like Gary Sinise, or at least a younger version of Gary Sinise. And if it is Gary Sinise, by any means, this is Game of the Year. I did like how Kalat was narrated by Sean Bean, so it's not impossible. It's not impossible.
Love you, son.
But just let me know.
Love you
because
too,
it's
my
insane to
baby
think about
whore,
that.
mummy.
Imagine you would flaunt that everywhere. It's fucking Gary Sinise. That'd be amazing. Anyway. Ocean Nova.
You're my
so we're
study
training,
mom,
I
aren't
guess.
ya?
And we're mining
Yes, son,
for
I am
resources
your
under the
study.
ground. Wait.
Good get, my little whore.
Hello? Okay.
I know what,
No.
son. I'm your whore.
So we're immediately immediately dropped
I
into
need to be
disaster,
punished,
but our
son.
flashbacks are going to be
Oh,
the
I will
contrast of a
punish
good
you,
part of our
trust me,
lives, right?
mommy.
Hey, we're in training. It's
Thank
going to be a good
you.
time. We're going to make
You're
millions of
welcome.
dollars pumping out this
I can't wait
I can't
until
remember what he said
we
we were
have
mining
kids.
for. But yeah, let's just do
I
it.
know.
Let's just take the stuff, and then now we're rendered. Oh, wow, something bad definitely happened here. All right, well, this game looks great. It looked great from the trailer, and it's actually a game I've been following. The fuck was that thing? That was not a normal shark. That almost looked like a sand shark from fucking Subnautica. Yeah, so Narcosis is a game that I've been following for quite some time. It's their first project together, I think. And,
Love you, baby daddy, son.
Deep sea is my ultimate
Love you
fear.
too, my baby whore,
Ultimate
mommy,
fear.
fatty
And I love
hoe.
putting
I
myself
know
in the
what,
worst
son.
situation possible. So what am I
I
supposed
can't
to be doing
believe
here?
it. It's nearly the new
Can I
year.
jump? Oh,
I
my
know,
thrust.
tomorrow's the new year.
My thrusters scared me.
Yep.
My
I
apologies.
cannot believe it, come.
That's a circle.
Yep,
Guess I'm
me
here.
either.
Oh, locate
Yeah,
our
buddy. I'll be 16.
Flan.
Fuck yeah, happy
Okay, that's the
birthday.
guy we're trying to find. Alright, so we lost a team member, now we're trying to find him. Oh boy, I'm gonna get spooked bad.
This will be a present. Your only present.
That thing
Didn't
is
fuck
weird.
me, son.
It's an octopi? Oh, hello. Is this a
Thank
key
you,
card?
mom.
Oh, a
You're
knife.
welcome.
Oh,
Already, even
knife's got a
though
hook in
you
it.
already know
Oh,
about
shit,
it,
look at the
you know,
hands.
I'll just give
Alright,
you
I'm
a...
figuring out the little
You know
snakes,
what I
but look
mean,
at that.
son.
You can see the
Yeah,
the
okay.
push of
Oh,
the
good,
water,
mom.
the displacement of the water
Thanks,
happening. That's
son.
kind of awesome.
I'd
I like
rather
it.
sex
Nice little
than
touch. This
any
game looks
present,
great.
so thank you,
Graphics are
mom.
extremely well
You're
done.
welcome, son.
And it's running insanely smooth. I haven't seen
Thank
anything
you
run this
so
smooth
much.
since
I'd rather sex than any
Slurpees
other
pouring out of
present.
them. I'm
I
scared.
know, son.
I'm pretty scared right now.
Like I said before.
It was nice and clear
Yep.
though. That's nice. Oh,
Little
okay. I thought my
baby
ship was
hold
upside
mommy.
down.
I know
Something's
what,
happening.
son.
Hello? So it's kind of weird.
Love you,
I
daddy,
noticed I can
son.
move my
Love you
mouse
too.
inside of my visor or my helmet, but in order for me to turn, I would use what I would normally use to strafe.
Yeah, buddy.
So I have to walk in only one
Daddy,
direction. I mean, I guess it's a
mama,
half-ton mech suit.
Yes,
so,
son, I am
you
your
know,
daddy.
It's very,
Bitch,
probably not very
hoe.
mobile.
Yep,
but
you
still,
got
it's
them right,
kinda
you
weird.
slutty hoe.
Not what I expected.
Yes, son, I am.
We're gonna die. We're gonna die hard. Hello. 50%
Love you,
O2
daddy,
remaining.
son. Love
Do
you
I
too, my
jump
little
or
mommy
something?
hoe, daddy.
What
I know,
why
right?
is it so much blurrier
Yep.
right here? Alright, I'm just gonna jump. And thrust. Did it work? Hello? Oh.
I was daddy hoe, aren't you? Yes, son, I am.
Oh. W in space to thrust. Okay, I already did this.
Love you,
Why
daddy,
are you just now
son.
telling me?
Love you too, my
Oh,
baby
hey.
hoe, mommy.
All those
My little
flags.
baby mother.
Oceanova Training
I
Facility.
know, right?
Good. Oh, climb the steps. My bad. Might be. What about these? Do I need to get these? I can't. Oh, okay. I can only go forward and backwards. It's not a jumping mechanism. What? Oh. Excellent. These flares. Alright.
Love
What do
you,
I do?
son.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Love you
right
too,
click,
my
right?
baby.
Oh.
Daddy twice
Hold
in
L to
hoe,
launch.
mama.
Release it to Okay.
I know.
Okay. Pretty simple. Simple mechanics. Is that me talking to myself, or is it someone actually helping
Yo,
me?
you're my daddy hoe,
pretty sure
aren't
someone
you,
helped me.
mommy? Yes, son, I am. Love you, daddy, son. Love you too, my
Hell
baby
yeah.
little daddy
Where are you at,
mommy.
dude? I want to see your face.
I
Oh,
know
look
I
at it.
am.
He's my comfort right now. We are plummeted right into hell from
You're
the
my
beginning. And I need to
daddy,
have comfort.
sexy
I need a
little
comfort face. Alright, so we're at
that,
50%
aren't
oxygen.
you, mommy?
Did we make the jump?
Yes, I am, son.
Oh, we didn't jump yet. Oh, okay. Alright, let's jump now. Something's happening. Something's happening. I don't like it. I do not like it. There are a lot of fish around here. Alright, so I can shoot flares, right? I have 6 flares.
Ready,
I don't want to
son?
use that.
You got them right, you
These
mommy
fish
hoe.
are so weird.
Let's do this, you bitch whore. Fair enough? Okay, come on, we're doing fuck it in the kitchen, in the lounge room, in the stepdaughter's room, aka my stepsister, or yeah, we're doing fuck it. Kitchen, lounge room, backyard, front area, bathroom, What? What the fuck upstairs in my room? Fair enough. I know what, Daddy son? Yep, my little whore mummy. I know. Let's do this, you bitch. Let's do this, Daddy son. You goddamn right, you whore. Fuck you, you dumb whore. Pull your hair back, you bitch. Let's do this.